All right. Hello, 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 hello. Sean Brady, regular wine guy, doing a little fun Valentine's tasting with my man Jayton Gunter out in California. Hey, Jayton, how are you doing today?
I am fantastic right now. I have one of my favorite wines in front of me, and I can't wait to get into this with you, my friend.
And I can't wait to get into this wine, which I know I've passed up a bunch of different times, and I've never really remember the tasting notes on it. So it's kind of like a blind tasting, except I see it.
I heard that, man. Well,
It
why don't we start with yours first then? Let's get into
okay.
your wine, and I'll go into
So
mine after.
So what we wanted to choose, and this was a little fun for Valentine's Day, right? So we wanted to pick something that was, not basically readily available almost everywhere, right? It doesn't mean it will be available everywhere, but more often than not, it should be. And we also wanted to keep it under 25 bucks. So depending on where you're at, it might be a little more, it might be a little less. And of course, there's taxes on top of that. But we wanted to make it available. So if you wanted to do anything like Jayton and I are doing, where you're getting together with friends virtually over long spaces, shoot, sometimes it's even just across town,
Hmm.
you can have fun like we're having right now and enjoying different wines, comparing notes, and getting really curious about, oh, I want to drink what that dude's drinking. So let me get into this one. I'll jump right in it. So this is a Columbia Valley from Washington, Intrinsic Wine Company.
Okay.
Right. So one thing about that is, we were talking a little bit of my brother lives up in the Pacific Northwest, and we have some family and friends that are out in Seattle way. And I have never been tasting in Washington State. Not yet. And then
I
J-Town was
love it.
talking about, oh, heck yeah.
I
It's got
love it.
some of the best tasting in the
I,
country.
yeah, man. I love Washington State wines. I think bar none. For as far as consistent quality, I think it it has like little rival for consistent quality. Now there's some places that make better wines, but consistently like the high quality wines, I think Washington kind of got it. But that's just my opinion. I've debated it before. Um, I still think I'm right,
and,
but
and and
whatever.
not just debated. You were sharing earlier. It's like with master sommeliers. Now, Jayton,
Yeah,
for those that don't know, he's got a fabulous wine channel on Instagram and YouTube. Just search him out. He always does, and that's what we labeled this one: Wine Steal of the Week.
I
And he
agree.
always does it on Wednesdays. And he's a sommelier second level, correct?
Second level, yeah. I'm not a master at all. I was second level, and I trust my
There's a
talent.
lot to get to go to master level, but
Yes,
the great thing is that's what's wonderful about wine. It's all individual,
yes.
right? I'm not a
100%.
sommelier at all. I just have a lot of wines under my belt and really enjoy what I enjoy, just
Yeah,
like everybody should.
yeah. I agree.
And
It's about
um,
the passion, right? Like as long as you're passionate about it, like who somebody telling you that you don't know what you're talking about, forget what they have to say. It's about your own what you like. So
exactly. You don't have to drink it with my mouth. All right. So
uh,
now, just getting into that, I've been letting this open up a little bit,
nice
and
glassware.
well, I wanted to be consistent, right? So this is my. We were talking earlier about how our glasses break.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've had some amazing stemware. Some of my favorite was actually I got originally in Napa long, long ago. The oversized, big, huge, wonderful,
Zonto
uh,
probably.
you know, just amazing glassware, right?
Hmm.
And inevitably, this was the last of a set of four.
Okay,
And
that hurts.
now I'm down to this. Yeah, it does. And this was a gift from my sister-in-law and brother-in-law.
Got you.
And I have other stemware too, but as a regular wine guy, we just go with the regular stemless every day because it's easy to
Yeah.
clean. They don't, for some reason, break as often as the ones with the stems,
Yes.
and we're doing it up. So,
Keeping it
but getting
real,
into the wine,
I have a glass that I was handmade or hand like blown or whatever that I got as a gift, and like I had so many glasses break in my home that this glass I only pull out for like really special occasions. Once I drink out of it and I finish the bottle that I'm drinking the wine out of, or yeah, the bottle that I'm drinking, I immediately wash it, hand wipe it, polish it, and put it right back in its box. I'm so afraid it's gonna break one day. Like I don't even pull it out of the box. I have my universal glasses that I normally drink out of. But yeah, that glass will stay in its box unless it's a special occasion, like some Bordeaux or some crazy Bordeaux or something like that. So.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I have a martini glass of handmade in the box, special carrying case, not getting rid of it, not hand wash, pamper it like a baby.
Yes.
Probably even more so.
Exactly. Like, don't touch my glass. Like, glass of wine.
Getting into the wine here, this Intrinsic Red is a blend, and again, it's a 51% Malbec, and also Cab Franc. So it's just got a really nice. We were going for something smooth and velvety, and like right off the nose, you pick up all these wonderful notes of. I mean, just their sweetness, their subtleness. It's not overly berried, like where it's gonna. Oh my gosh, it's too much berry, right? Yeah. But let's get it in the.
That's that one, huh?
not overly dry. It does have those softer notes to it, but it's going to hold up well to, lovely conversation like we're doing now, but even transitioning it into a nice meal, right? Yeah. So some nice grilled protein, whether it be steak or even salmon. It's this is. I'm getting excited for food now that I'm drinking this wine.
So what was the reason what drew you to that wine for Valentine's Day specifically? What was the tie-in for you?
Well, there's a couple of things. One, so Intrinsic, and I know I've seen the Intrinsic Red before, which is another of their actual labels. And this is the red blend, but my wife, for those who know, is redhead. And even though there's blue hair on top, it's all red on the bottom. So it's easy to identify for Valentine's Day.
I like that.
My beautiful Michelle.
I love that, man. That's what I'm talking about. We're in the mood. We're in the mood for love here. I love that.
Michelle, but she's bringing a glass over. You want to be on camera? No, she doesn't want to be on camera. I know, right?
She's like, give me some of that wine.
You were a happy pour.
I heard that, man. Happy wife, happy life, my friend.
Happy wife, happy life. And then there's another reason I like this. Well, there's a couple other reasons, but you know me, I like good value and bang for my buck. So the alcohol in this ABV is 14.5. I know that can range on the bottle up to 1% or so, but it's always nice to see it. I like to see it.
Yes, I get it. Especially for Valentine's Day, right? You want to feel good, a little bit more alcohol, get the juices flowing. I get it.
A little more inhibitions, and the other reasons I chose this was not just the awesome bottle. It's easy to pick out, easy to identify something red for Valentine's Day, but it was also rated 93 points, and it was also recommended by my local wine shop guy, and I'd seen this in even grocery stores. I think even at Costco. But with his recommendation, and I know he's recommended other things to me, and that's why it's great to get to know your local peeps.
Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, it carries a lot more weight, and I didn't feel like I even asked him, hey, budget's of concern. I'm like, how many bottles do I have to buy to get a discount? Is it only 6? He's like, no, we're a wine shop. It's 12. I'm like, well, okay, I'm just gonna buy the one bottle today.
I love you trying to work the angles.
I know, right? You gotta work those angles, man. Is there a coupon for this? I want a coupon. But fortunately, when it rang up, it was a little bit less, and I know prices vary, but it was under $20. So I was really happy about that, and I'm really happy, but I can't get Michelle's opinion yet. So you'll have to do your rating, and then maybe by the time of that, Michelle doesn't like to say anything until she's maybe into her second glass, maybe.
I understand it, man. I respect that. All right, so I guess we're on to me real quick.
Yes, sir.
So quick story behind this bottle of wine. This is Veranda, first of all. This is out of Chile. Anybody who knows me knows I love Chilean wines, and this was the wine that actually did it for me. This was the first vintage I ever had of this was 2004, and I tasted it, and I lost my mind. I literally eyes rolled in the back of my head. I was like, what is this, right? And so I couldn't, and then after 2004, I couldn't find this bottle for another 2.5 years. And I went online and I finally found that they had done a 2007. I'm sorry, I couldn't find it for like another 4 years. And I found that they had like just released a 2007. And I said, oh, well, let me order it. It was like $30, which was way more than it was 2004. But like it was $30 at this point, and I ordered it and I tasted. 2007 was amazing too. And then I was like, okay, why can't I find this wine anymore? Because after that, again, it went underground. I couldn't find it again. And I was walking through Total Wines a year and a half ago, 2 years now, 2 years ago, and I'm just kind of looking, like perusing the aisles, and I see Veranda there, 2017, and I tasted it, and I was like, oh, I'm still in love with you. so, and so that is the reason why I got this wine. I really like. It has this. Well, I'll get into the wine, but it's just there's something about this wine that calls to me. A lot of times when you're tasting wine, you're just tasting, you're trying to understand what's going on in the wine. So you are pinpointing acid and tannin structure and all this other stuff. This wine, instead of tasting, I just want to drink it. Like I don't like, but I'm gonna break it down for you guys. But like when I first had this wine, I couldn't taste it. I just wanted to drink the wine, and I killed the bottle, by the way, the first time like that. And I went back and bought a case the next day. So that's how much I love this wine. And because it's Valentine's Day, it's all about love. Veranda is something I love, so I wanted to share that with you guys. So again, this is Veranda. This is out of Chile. The breakdown is 50% Cabernet Sauvignon, 50% Carmenere, and it's out of Maipo Valley. So let's get right into it. On the nose, I mean, even look at the color. It's like this velvety, like purplish. It's beautiful in the glass. But anyway, on the nose, I get this like really, really fleshy plum. I get this cassis note going on here too. Blackberries, black currant. There's also like this dark chocolate, like high level cacao, and also like a little bit of like coffee grounds going on there too. And then have you ever been outside after like rainfall and you smell this and like this has like this kind of like wet soil smell that comes like it's kind of pungent in the air. It's like this freshness. I'm definitely getting that here on this nose too. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead into the taste because I can talk about this all day and it's very complex. So before I get into the tasting notes, it's all about the velvet here. It's all about the mouthfeel here. That was another reason I picked this wine because I wanted something that had a great mouthfeel that was sexy. This is a sexy bottle of wine in my opinion. The mouthfeel, it's very velvety, but drying on the finish. It does approach with the fruit that I was talking about. You definitely get that plum and cassis, so the first thing on the initial attack. The acid is like medium plus, so there's quite a bit of acid on this one. But it's also like the tannin's about medium plus too. But it's because the fruit is so lush, it balances out that acid and that tannin structure. This is a beautiful, beautiful bottle of wine. What I recommend is that if you're tasting it, open it up for like 30 minutes before you actually drink it, because it needs to just kind of become seamless on your palate. A little bit more air will give it that kind of cohesion on your palate. This also has a very, very long finish, and I love this one. I recommend it. You can go to Total Wines. It's $19 at Total Wines. I hope it's available at your Total Wines local to you. But
me too.
This is the epitome of Valentine's Day wine for me. If I'm out and I'm like me and my lady are hanging out and it's Valentine's Day and I need something to kind of finish the evening off perfect before we get into extracurricular activities, whatever that may be for you guys, this would be the wine I'd be drinking, because this is a nice put you to bed wine, but also if you're having like a big steak on Valentine's Day, you guys are eating. This is definitely a wine that pairs really well with steak, and it's a wine that you want to write about. Like, this is a poetic wine. This is like, yeah, as you can tell, I'm going off the top, but I love this wine. You can tell I love this wine just by how much I'm talking about it. I could write a soliloquy about you, baby. I could.
A soliloquy. Well, I love what you said about, I mean, that's exactly what type of wines I love to buy and drink, right? Not just taste. I mean, there's one thing about tasting, and I've done a bunch of liquor tastings and things like that. But from a wine standpoint, I just love it at any price point. How is it elevating my food experience?
Agreed.
Right? Whether it be a burger or that nice big prime rare steak, and just wow, I wanted to just kind of like really accentuate things, and I can't wait to try that one. And I would say this one for the price point, and I bet people could find this less than I paid for it.
Yeah,
and it's a wonderful red for a lot of those same reasons. I think a lot of people can drink it and enjoy it because it's not so dry like I typically like, where it's like, oh, I like it, and then I find my wife or even other friends are like, it's too much for me, a little acidic or a little too bold, or definitely too dry. And I would say for this red, all those notes that you described in that wine are the same, minus the coffee. You get that strong cacao, you get those rich plums, even a little bit of dried fruit.
Yeah.
And just real nice nose. And then the palate is, I don't want to say super soft, but it's soft enough where you don't have the cinching in your mouth feel.
I get it. Man, this was fun. I think we should
do this every day, not just Wednesdays.
I enjoy tasting wine, for real. This is fun.
Well, and I love what you said. It's like, this is a wine, even before we got on, this isn't a wine I want to taste. This is a wine I want to drink.
Yes.
And that's a huge distinction. I would say that puts, I might have to rethink my star rating right now, because usually I just, how many bottles am I going to buy, right? So 4-star, I was like, oh, I'm going to buy 3 more bottles of this. 4.5, I'm going to buy 6. 5-star, that's the case or more. Or buy as much as you can possibly afford as your budget allows. And, but I might have to rethink that a little bit, given some of these, like, how am I going to eat this? How am I going to drink this with food, eat?
Yeah. No, I feel you. That's real. That's real. It is important to know the distinction between the two, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
all right.
man.
Well, we're going to keep on talking, but we're going to let everybody else go and go out and buy some of this wine. Now, J-Town, where can they find you, your merch? You have 3 books out now, one on poetry, a couple on wines.
Yes.
Fruit and Glass is awesome. You got a ton of awesome merch. Where's the best place to go to find you?
So best place to find me, honestly, I'm on all, like, most platforms. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. LinkedIn is a big one. I've been doing really well on that, and Twitter. But the best place to get me is Instagram, because you get all my stuff. Just follow me at J-Tom Gunter, JATON GUNTER on Instagram, and you'll get all. I do a Wine Wednesday, every Wednesday video breaking down a wine. I do Wine Sale of the Week on Fridays, every Friday, for wines that are under $20 that are punching above its weight class. I have all my merch. I have hats, shirts, books. I've written like 3 books. All that stuff you can find by going to the link in my bio on Instagram. And I have artwork now too. So go check all that stuff out. I try to diversify as much as possible, and most things pertaining to wine, but also my writing is my passion. So Instagram is the best way to find me, if you can find me there. But of course, I'm on Facebook and all that stuff too. So check it out. And
awesome.
on Facebook, it's Fruit and Glass. So
Fruit and Glass, which is also the name of your book, by the way.
Exactly.
One of your books.
That's the name of this book right here.
It's an awesome book. It really is a easy approach for anybody who's interested in wine to learn a little bit about it, have fun with it. It's not I have a lot of wine books, people, and some of them can be more like textbooks at times, right? Yes. But he created a fun book, and that's one of the reasons why I love doing videos with you, because it's an easy read. It's easy to drink with you. It's making wine in an approachable manner that everyone can enjoy. So now I'll put this out there too, because we're going to do this again next Wednesday.
We are.
Right.
We are.
And we're going to do a rosé for Valentine's Day.
Yes, sir.
And to entice people to come along is, we're going to do something fun where I'll sponsor a giveaway of a couple of books but I'm not sure what the contest will be yet. So you got to come back and you got to kind of watch what's going on for those future events.
Definitely.
How's that sound?
I'll throw in some books. I'm down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So we got to we'll come up with a good contest for people to come, because I know people will want that book, especially your notes version, your
Yes.
tasting notes book. Come on. People need that book, is what they need.
I appreciate that, man. Definitely. I'm with it.
It's good stuff. All right,
Hey.
everybody. Jayton, anything else for you before we sign off?
No, just check me out, guys. Please follow me and check me out. And any questions about wine, I'm the person to come to. You can DM me, message me. I pretty much get back to everybody. So let me know.
Whether you're in California or Virginia or Florida or Texas, I'm in
here
Missouri. Jayton, my man, is there for you. And I'm Sean Brady, the regular wine guy. And like we always say, we might not see you in person, but we're always going to see you right here on social media. Thanks for watching.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.